Welcome to this video. This is Kathy and Rosie Vesperina. Today we are doing a very quick ride up to Gosford to Woolworths, where I just needed to buy a couple of groceries. So we're heading down Main Street, turning left, and the car in front of me, the P plate, just pulled over to the side, so I was a bit worried they were going to pull back out again in front of me, but all good. This video I'm shooting again in D-Log and processing it in Premiere Pro just to see the settings. I think I may have filmed this in 25 rather than 24 frames per second, because I just wanted to see whether there's any difference with the flickering lights on the dash, but I don't know that there is. I'm going to go straight through this roundabout and up that hill ahead. It looks like it's not that steep, but it actually is for poor old Rosie to get up there. Not that she's old, she's actually only a year and a half old, but it's steeper than it looks, and so I feel like she's going really hard at 40 kilometers an hour getting up this hill. You can tell a bit by the angle of the camera that it's quite steep. This is the same street in the previous video that I came back down at a slow speed because it was quite steep. Straight ahead through this roundabout and then down to the intersection where we'll turn right again onto Man's Road or Man's Street. It's getting really cold here now on the Central Coast. It's June and it's officially winter, and we feel like we've had a bit of a cold snap, which has been a bit hard to get used to after such a hot summer. And so I think I've got under my bike jacket, I've got a long sleeve top and then a puffer jacket over the top of that, and then my bike jacket on top of that, so plenty of layers to keep me warm. Lots of traffic today, as you can see. I'm coming up onto the left hand lane up to these traffic lights. I always get a little bit worried when the light turns green that cars are going to go straight ahead rather than turn right, but I was able to merge across no problem. There's a nice big bus up ahead as well, and this area just here moves into 40k zones, 40 kilometers an hour zones, so nice and slow to drive through. Not so much to see here. We've been down this road before in one of my previous videos. These are the local shops in Gosford. This is kind of the main street of Gosford, and I've mentioned before that those two towers are two new blocks of units that are being built. I think they're probably almost finished now. I think they were due to finish June, July this year. So we're going through these lights. It's still a 40 kilometer an hour zone, and then when we get to the next set of lights we're going to turn left and then a really sharp left again, and that's because I want to try and see if I can get a car parking spot just in the little laneway. I'm never very successful at doing that though. No numb hands. When I first started riding, I'd get really numb hands from gripping too tight, but I seem to have really relaxed when I'm riding now, which is great. Still very hyper alert, but very relaxed. So up here I'm going to turn left. There's another very lovely motorbike coming out of there now, and I'm hoping that there'll be a spot somewhere along this little laneway, but unfortunately there wasn't. So we'll carry on through and use the side entrance into Woolworths. This is the main little shopping centre here in Gosford called the Imperial Centre. It's got Best and Less and Woolworths, a couple of other shops that are quite good and very handy and close to home for me. I'm going to hop into the car park now. I think I've said before in other videos that I get a bit nervous going in here because there's a lot of slow riding, which, as I've mentioned, I'm not very good at the slow riding, but practice makes perfect. And we'll just pull up into the parking spot just on our left, which is very handy. And into the shops I go. Well, that was quick. I'm out of the shops now, and now I am heading back to home. Once I get out of the car park under here, of course. I usually come in from that entrance when I'm in the car straight ahead there. But it's a little bit steep, and so I'm a little unsure about riding down there on Rosie, but I will have to try it at some point. I'm sure it'll be fun. Very dark under here. Around we go, following the arrows and the flow of the traffic. The boom gate are automatic in this shopping centre, and obviously it senses you as you come close to it, and it takes a snap of your number plate as you go in. But I think you have to hit it at exactly the right spot when you're on a motorbike, because I got here and it didn't open. So I just thought, I'll just sneak around the side of it. I hope that's not illegal, and I'm showing it on YouTube, but I was within time frame that you're allowed to be in there without paying, so I'm assuming it's fine. I'm going to go around the block here and back up the road that I came down along Man Street. It's around, I think, 4:15 in the afternoon, which means it's a bit of a busy time because people have picked up the kids from school and they're doing a bit of shopping before they head home. So Man Street, that we're going to turn into soon, is quite busy at this time of day. But again, it's good practice for me riding with lots of traffic. You might be able to hear as we get a bit closer to this car pulling out from the side of the shopping centre that there's a bit of beeping going on. I think they were cranky with that person for not pulling out. I'm not sure. I don't think they were cranky with me because I was just driving past. Down to the intersection, and then we'll turn right onto Man's Road or Man Street. I really should find out the actual name of that so I don't keep saying the wrong one. Down we go. Always nervous on the corners. This part is 40 kilometres an hour. Still to our left is the train station, the Gosford train station, which is one of the main ones here that takes you either north to Newcastle or south down to Sydney. And I travel down a couple of days per week for work down to Sydney at some ridiculous hour of the morning. We're going to head up here, wait for the bus to come round. Always like to give a bit of room if I'm first at that traffic light, because the bus turn seems quite tight and I always wonder if it's going to clip me or not, but that one was fine. And we head up to where it now turns into 60 kilometres an hour, up to the next set of lights. The camera angle makes things, I think, seem like they're a little bit further away than they are. And so you'll see up ahead on the left here that there is somebody pulling out of the car park, and it looks like they're a long way away, but they're actually not. I don't think that she saw me, the driver, and so she just pulled out, and I pulled up obviously really quickly, and then I was worried that the car behind me didn't see me pull up quickly and was going to bump me from behind, but we were fine. It's just a reminder that potentially people can't see us when we're on our bikes or scooters. So up Mans Street Road through the orange light, but it was okay because I was on the light when it turned, on the intersection when it turned orange. And up a bit further and we will turn to the right into, I think it's called Etna Street, past the car yards again. And around we go. So this street is familiar, obviously. We came up this way at the beginning of the video and now we're going back down, up a big crest and then down the hill. The next ride that I do, I'm hoping will be a much longer one, and potentially we'll head north up the coast a little bit to see the area up there. I haven't done a really long ride yet, and so I will potentially do that with one of my new friends who is also on their L plates, and we'll take a trip up to Doyleson to have a look at a motorbike shop up there. Apparently it has some nice gear. Not that I need any gear, but you never know. It's always nice to have a bit of a look. Through the roundabout, and then we'll turn right up past the private hospital back to home. Believe it or not, I haven't actually washed Rosie since I've had her, and that's probably a terrible thing to admit. So I actually don't really know the best way to wash a motorbike. I'm sure it's pretty simple. So I'll have a look on YouTube, and I'm sure there's something I'll find there that will tell me the best way to go about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.